The Sigma male emerges as the ultimate hierarchical chameleon, a master of adaptive disengagement who navigates the intricate currents of life without ever truly anchoring himself. By his very nature, he belongs nowhere, for he perceives human existence not as a solemn pilgrimage, but as an elaborate, fascinating game. A low, knowing chuckle sometimes escapes him when he observes others taking this grand charade with an intensity that borders on the sacred. There is, in fact, another archetypal figure who shares this unique perspective, this detached amusement at the earnestness of humanity. We call this creature the Joker. Let us delve into the profound and unsettling similarities that bind the Joker and the Sigma male. When we scrutinize the tapestry of human interactions, what we uncover is a vast, intricately woven network of customs, a boundless ocean of unspoken rules and expected behaviors. These customs are not innate. They are learned, absorbed from the moment we draw our first breath. We are not born with the instinct to utter "yes, madam," or to deftly wield a fork and knife. Women do not enter the world preordained to don dresses, nor are men inherently programmed to wear suits. Similarly, countless cherished traditions, from the festive glow of Christmas to the spooky revelry of Halloween, are nothing more than ingeniously invented rituals. These meticulously choreographed activities are, in essence, utterly devoid of inherent meaning, serving primarily as intricate scaffolding for the social cohesion they facilitate. So what grand charade are we, then, so diligently engaged in? Could it be that we are all, without realizing it, immersed in one colossal game, a sprawling narrative comprised of countless smaller, more personal subgames? From the moment we are thrust into this world, we are indoctrinated, raised under a pervasive set of rules. These guidelines manifest in various forms: moral dictates, ethical codes, strictures of conduct, manners, rituals, and deeply ingrained traditions. We are expected, even compelled, to abide by these rules, for only through strict adherence can we hope to become successful, accredited participants within the societal construct. Consider the meticulously charted blueprint laid before us. We are taught to complete high school, then proceed to college, then diligently secure a job, subsequently marry, and ultimately procreate. Should we follow this preordained script, we are then bestowed with the coveted validation of normalcy, recognized as exemplary members of society. This, we are told, is highly desirable, for now other normal members of society will seek our companionship, allowing us to collectively engage in the shared performance of normalcy, all playing the game together. In other words, the relentless pursuit of societal expectations and the unwavering adherence to its prescribed rules represent, for the vast majority, an utterly serious and deeply personal engagement. Their very identities are not just influenced but utterly forged and inextricably bound to the way in which they are playing this game, whether they are perceived as winning or losing, and precisely where they stand within its intricate hierarchies. A fundamental component of this pervasive game is a sprawling repertoire of different roles. You might assume the persona of a manager, a father, a teacher, a consultant, a fireman, a cook. Much like children utterly absorbed in a fantastical space adventure while navigating their toy collection, adults become entirely immersed in these societal rules, believing, perhaps even desperately so, that their very lives depend on the outcome. Just a casual browse through the digital tapestry of self-proclaimed titles on a network website like LinkedIn will starkly illustrate this phenomenon. Should you inquire about these individuals' true selves, they will invariably be swift to declare a societal role, rather than, say, acknowledging themselves as a temporary vessel of meat and bones, a child of Mother Earth, or simply a highly intelligent mammal. Roles, in this grand play, serve as markers of status and differentiation. By adopting and performing a specific role, other players can immediately discern your standing in comparison with their own. But there exists a rare individual, a single figure who pierces the illusion, who sees through the thinly veiled artifice of these human behaviors. In fact, he perceives the entire theatrical production unfolding before his discerning gaze as quite entertaining. He is never a participant. He is always a detached observer. He is the Joker. When a Joker witnesses a person taking life with an intensity that borders on the tragic, a low, rumbling chuckle of recognition often escapes him. The sheer theatricality of human earnestness, The profound irony of an individual utterly lost within the game amuses him to no end. And if the Joker happens to possess a slightly sadistic streak, he might find the sight of a woman in a storm of personal tragedy, completely distraught because she lost her, in her perception, critically important team lead position within a company, quite humorous. This isn't because he revels in her suffering itself, but because her attachment to the game is so absolute, so suffocating, that she cannot possibly put her situation into any broader perspective. This becomes particularly evident when he observes the chorus of sympathetic laments from others, even those who secretly take pleasure in her career downgrade for whatever clandestine reason. He sees, with chilling clarity, that for many, the act of pity is just another card in the deck, a predictable, socially sanctioned maneuver, a learned behavior that often clouds, rather than facilitates, true compassion. The Joker laughs at human behavior in the same way we might laugh at the whimsical predictability of a dog chasing its tail or a cat captivated by a laser light, a complex, yet ultimately meaningless, pursuit. However, it's important to acknowledge that some Jokers are overtly aware, their behavior so profoundly off, that they are unequivocally regarded as outcasts. They conform neither inwardly nor outwardly to societal norms. Their very existence is a defiant challenge to the collective consciousness. They might be today's sharpest comedians, fearlessly poking fun at the very institutions people hold most sacred, such as religion, or they may have been the irreverent court jesters of ancient ages. In the shadowed corners of the king's court, the jester, unseen and unheard, might even have secretly chuckled at the tight, earnest facial expressions of the monarch and his esteemed guests as they played out their royal charade, utterly unaware that it was all just a game. Yet, other Jokers possess an uncanny ability to seamlessly integrate. Because of this, everyone around them is convinced they care as deeply as they appear to. They present themselves as regular players of the game, effortlessly performing their roles, but they carry a profound, dirty secret. They are not true believers. These Jokers do not seek to stand out,